Hi, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Chris, and we're called to wander.
And this is our 1999 Shasta Cheyenne Class C motorhome. So this is our kitchen, and one of the things I really wanted when we were building out this motorhome is I really wanted butcher block countertops. That was like one of my number ones. And while we put in the new countertops, we went ahead and decided that we wanted to get a nice bigger, deeper sink than what was in here. So we got a one bin sink from IKEA. It originally had like a 2-bin, and it wasn't very deep, so it just wasn't gonna work out. And then we added this residential faucet. It's really awesome, like it a lot. The stove is original to the camper. It was in really great shape, so we went ahead and just kept it. It didn't have, one of the cool things that we did add to it, it did not have an electric light, like it had only a manual. So we added like an electronic ignition to it. And then for extra counter space, it had like a metal top on it that I absolutely hated. We had it in our truck camper and it was awful. So we took that off, bought this at IKEA. It fits perfect on the stove. And then we just have like a little padding under it so it doesn't rattle when we're driving. And I added this backsplash. I thought it was really cute. Before in the truck camper, we had like the peel and stick subway tiles, and I didn't like it at all because after like a year, they started turning yellow and peeling up. And this has done a lot better. They're actually floor tiles. They're not made for a backsplash, but I think it works out really well. And then we added this magnetic knife rack. I like it a lot. They never move or anything. They always stay right up on there. It's great. It used to have a microwave in here, and we just never used the microwave. I got an air fryer for Christmas, so we put that in there, and then we actually, so that it doesn't fall out, we have this little bungee, kind of like a rubber bungee cord that we just latch here, so it doesn't fall out while we're driving. And then we added this paper towel holder. I made it out of copper pipe. We had some leftover copper pipe from our shower remodel, so I went ahead and made a little paper towel holder. And then I added an IKEA roller blind here for this window. Actually, what I really love about this camper is that it has all these really nice, like, deep drawers, so we can store a lot of stuff in here. And we have, I think, 3 of these really big deep drawers, and I put like all my little kitchen knickknacks in here. And then like this is our silverware drawer. And then this drawer was like really tiny, so I just put extra like plastic bags in there and sponges. And then under here, we just keep an extra drinking water container. Another thing that I really wanted in here that I loved, this used to be a spice cabinet, and we actually ripped it out and then made a little pop-out trash can, and I love this. And then I built this little wall storage rack. So like we keep our fruit here, some onions, and just stuff I use quite often and I can grab really quick. And then this is our fridge. It is about twice the size of what we had in the truck camper. It's awesome, I love it. The only thing I don't like about it is it likes to freeze our food. So we're still trying to figure that out, but it's awesome. It is a 2-way fridge. It works on propane and it works on electric when we're plugged in. So mainly we run it on propane. So under our fridge we have more really great storage. I love these drawers. This is where I keep my spices. I love to cook, so I have a crap ton of them. So that's all of my spices, quick and easy to grab. And then I keep my pots and pans under here. And these cabinets are great too because they actually lock and they will not come open while we're driving. And you just lift up and pull out to get them to unlock. And then right in here is our pantry. It's actually our pantry and our coat closet. So this is like our only big closet that's in here. So we made it half pantry. We have these really great little slide out bins that we keep just like our snacks and dry foods. And then also more dry foods here. And then we have our like winter jackets and backpacks that we take hiking. These drawers are for my supplements. I take a lot of supplements. I have Crohn's disease, and I'm trying to treat it all naturally. So I have quite a bit that I take, and then also more like kitchen stuff. But these are a lot of my extra supplements, and then more down here that I stockpile because it's hard to get stuff shipped to you on the road. So before you walk into the kitchen, you come into our entryway, and we knew when we were building this out that we wanted extra storage for our shoes right at the entrance, so it's easy to grab. We bought these at IKEA. We keep our shoes in them, some doggy bags, just things that are easy to grab. We have extra storage here, and then we have dog toys in the bottom one, and then on the top, to make it level with our desk, we had leftover butcher block from the kitchen. So we put that on top, and then we just have like a key drop and wallet zone and basket and plant to look pretty.
We have always had a passion to travel. Before I met Lindsay, I had backpacked all over the world, and Lindsay had done all kinds of traveling on her own. And we actually met on a mission trip in Cuba and started dating shortly thereafter. 9 months later, we were married off the coast of Honduras in an island. And from there, our life has just been total adventure, just a desire to get out and explore and do. And ironically, I guess, a couple years in, we became foster parents. And that was an awesome opportunity. It was a challenge for us. We had 8 children living in the home. We were responsible for everything for them.
Yeah, it was a really hard time for us. It was great. We loved the kids. But while we were there fostering, we got this crazy idea that whenever we were done, we wanted to drive the Pan American Highway from Alaska to Argentina. And that was around 2016. That we decided that, and then from there we started planning while we were still fostering the kids.
So we didn't have children of our own, and we weren't really certain if we wanted to have kids. At that point we were in our 3rd year of marriage. We still wanted to run around and travel, but we knew this fostering was an amazing thing. It was great for our hearts. It was great for the kids. We still keep in touch with them years later, but for us it was really that desire to get out and go. And I think it started with a question like, can you even drive from Alaska to Argentina? And as soon as we started researching it, we fell in love with this idea that we could make that happen. And so we planned, I guess it was about 2 years of saving, planning. We didn't know it was going to be 2 years. We just started saving and planning. And then all of a sudden, kids were placed in different homes, and everything just worked out really well for us to be able to start this chapter in our lives where we were able to get out on the road.
And this is probably my favorite room in the camper. We worked really hard on this shower, and I love it so much. It originally had these really ugly, like frosted doors with gold metal around them, and they were starting to like rattle loose, and it was just ugly. We originally thought we were just going to paint them, like paint the gold black and just leave it, but we made room in our budget to do this. It's made out of cedar, and then we added this shower curtain rod out of copper pipe, and it's just for, just to keep the water from coming out from the walls. The inside of the shower, when we got it, was all old and yellow, so I painted it with, I think it was like a Rust-Oleum tile paint, like shower and tub paint, and that's held up so far as well. We kept the original plumbing, but we did replace the shower head with this, I gotta remember the name of it, the Oxygenics shower head, and it saves water, and the water pressure from it is amazing, and I love it. We had it in the truck camper as well, so we bought another one for this camper. And then in here we also added more butcher block. This is different than what we put in the kitchen, but I like it. I believe it's teak. And it's really pretty. I didn't have to stain it or anything. I just put the water locks on it. We added the sink that was on top, the vessel sink, with the new residential faucet. It's been great. And then down here, we just keep random items. We keep our vacuum cleaner and extra towels and cleaning supplies. And then the same up here. This was great extra storage for bathroom stuff. And then we also have another deep cabinet up here that we just keep extra cleaning supplies and bathroom supplies. And then on this side we have our DIY composting toilet. We originally had just a regular toilet in here connected to our black tank, and we were going to keep it because we really didn't have the budget for a composting toilet, especially didn't have the budget to spend $1,000 on one. But it was one thing that we had always wanted. We just never, I guess it's never really just had the money for it, or never thought maybe it was for us. But Chris ended up breaking the toilet that was here. So we either had the choice of spending $150 on a new RV toilet or making our own for about the same money. So we made our own. It is also made, it's got a cedar front, the same cedar that we used on the shower. And then the top is just made out of plywood that I painted white. And then we have storage here for shaving, or the shavings that we put inside the toilet. I also put diatomaceous earth in there to keep the bugs out. And there's also trash bags because we have the trash bag portion of it. And then the diverter for the urine that we, the diverter we bought off of eBay from a guy in Florida that makes them. And it's worked out really well. We actually have it plumbed to our black tank. So we never have to empty a 1-gallon jug of pee or whatever. It just goes right in the black tank, and we hardly ever have to empty the black tank because it's huge. It's like over 30 gallons. And then we made our own little area for the solids, and we just put a trash bag in there to collect it. So this is our bedroom. We have a queen size bed. It's actually a short queen because it is really pretty tight in this room, but the short queen was the same size bed that we had in our truck camper, and it works perfect for us. When we were looking at this RV before we bought it, I came into the bedroom and I saw these sliding doors and I fell in love. I actually have a love-hate relationship with them. They're beautiful. They offer a lot of privacy, which if we were to have someone stay would be nice. But I saw them, I loved them, and they were like an ugly fake wood laminate color. So when we bought the camper, I sanded them really good, primed them, painted them, and then I added a 1/4-inch wood slats to make a design on them. It took a lot of measurements and a lot of 45-degree angle cuts. It took a while to make them, but I love them. And then I made my own handles. That's just out of wood dowels and these little bell clasps that I spray painted black. And we really have a love-hate relationship with these doors because I tend to, when I come through, I tend to catch the door handles on my pants or my shirt. So maybe if I were to do it again, I wouldn't add the handles. We have a lot of storage in here. We mainly just use it for clothes and hats and whatnot. These are all my clothes. I've got baskets. We added shelves in here. And then we have more storage up in here. And these were glass inserts on here. And they were gold and they had this like really ugly 90s etched design. So I tried to paint over them and it didn't cover it. So I just bought peel and stick wallpaper and just put it on there. It was really easy, covers it, and looks great. These are our curtains. I sewed these with the help of Chris's mom. And these panels were slightly too see-through, so we added this like backing material to them that doesn't let the light in. It adds a little more privacy. And then the rods I got from IKEA. They are super, super durable, strong, and they were cheap. Like about as cheap as what you would get at Walmart, but they are way stronger. And another cool thing that we added here to the bedroom was a laundry chute. we found out that we had these boxes like beside the bed, and we really didn't know what they were or what, but we found out that they went to the underneath storage, so it was part of the outside storage compartment, and we found out that we had access to it through these boxes, so we cut a hole in the top, made a door, and we just lift it up and we throw in our dirty laundry. And then to get our laundry out, we just go outside to the outside storage and just pull the bag out. It's really awesome.
We love the road, and it has not been easy for us. We've overcome a lot of obstacles on the way. Lindsay's story of traveling with Crohn's is inspiring to me as her husband, to see what she's gone through, and beyond that, just the ability for us to have the life that we've had on the road has really been a blessing for us to be able to reach out to other people. And so this lifestyle is not one that we see as a selfish lifestyle. We want to encourage as many people to explore the part of their soul or their spirit, or just their hobbies or passions. Like, it's something that could be for everyone, whether it's a van or a Class C or a Class A or a car and a tent. The travel just does amazing things for people, and so that's one of our big passions everywhere we go, is just to try to help people understand that it doesn't matter what you come from, what illnesses you may have, or what financial situations you may have, or life situations. We know people of all walks of life that are traveling, and that's just what we love. And getting to do it in this bigger home for us is a joy, because we've kind of given up on the Pan American Highway for the time being. We all know that's changed for a lot of people in crossing borders and so forth. But for us, we're going to spend the next couple years in North America, connecting with as many people, trying to encourage and inspire as many people as we can everywhere we go. So we are in the living room, if you will, which is bigger than our entire old truck camper. And that's exciting for us. Part of the reason we wanted to upgrade to a Class C was just the amount of space that we could have for it. So where we're standing is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm the hired help, by the way. Lindsay had all the design ideas, and then she went out and found me and said, can you build this, and can you move this there? And so that's kind of what I got to do. Starting with this couch. So we had this old 1999 style couch, and it was very functional for the previous owners, but it was not functional for us. For one, it didn't look great, and two, the battery was actually outside. There was one battery, and the compartment was outside, and we wanted to add more battery capacity. We work on the road, and it was really important for us to have solar panels and increase battery capacity. So we decided we wanted to move the batteries inside. The best place to do that was going to be underneath the couch, but they didn't fit under the old couch, so it was ugly and it wasn't really functional for what we wanted to do. So this space was designated as one of our kind of unique builds. We studied a lot of different van life builds for beds and sofas, and so this bed actually, it will pull out, so it pulls into a sleeper bed. And we have a air mattress that we are able to put here for the times that we do have guests. And then it'll also, once we take everything off, it also lifts up and provides access to our power system underneath. So we've gone with AGM batteries. We didn't have the budget in this remodel to upgrade to lithium, but we did want to go with AGM because we knew they were going to be awesome for us. So we have 3 140 amp hour AGM batteries, and that is more than enough for what we need. We do work from the road. We're constantly having to charge our computers, our camera equipment, batteries, all the different devices. So we've got a 2000 watt inverter as well, which allows us, of course, to be able to convert all that battery power into AC power for us to do all that charging. Up on the roof, we've got 4 160 watt solar panels. And between those two, we have not, in fact, we've not dropped below 90% of our battery capacity in the time that we've been on the road, because we can't use all the energy that we have, which was a really important thing for us because we do boondock a lot. We want to be totally self-sufficient wherever we go. We'd like to go off-grid and be off-grid for as long as we possibly can, and then just come in when we want to. And so that was really important for us to have that battery set up. The storage area that we have in this room is above and beyond anything we could have imagined. We're still learning where to fill spaces. but we do have a lot of different stuff. So this is, since it's on the kitchen side of the RV, this is kind of where we keep all of our kitchen stuff. Lindsay has her Instapot. She cooks great meals there. We've got a couple knickknacks, her big coffee and all of that. On the other side, this is the office side of the living room, and so we've got more of our office stuff in these storage areas. So this is all of our camera equipment, our drone, our GoPros. We've got our handy cam, all of that stuff up there. We've got books that we're getting around to read now that we're back out on the road more. So there are two of us in this RV and we both work, and so we needed to have two places, two workspaces. And this is a primary one. It's your standard desk. It fit perfect. We measured everything probably 3 or 4 times as we had the walkway coming into the door and the boxes there. That was really important for us to have for our shoes and for the dog storage. But then we wanted to have our workspace, our office, and so this is our desk, and it's just a standard desk. We've got a couple drawer areas where we can put things. Lindsay's made it nice. I would not have put plants in here, but happy wife, happy life. And this is what we always try to set up when we're parking. This is our main window that we use, and so we try to get the best view lined up so we can sit here at our desk and work and face out. Because we don't have kids, we don't need the extra sleep space. We did build the couch so that we could accommodate guests. What we did with the cab over bed was we actually converted it into a standing desk. And so this is our second place where one or the other of us can work. This is my primary workspace. So we've got our computers up here, we've got our hard drives, we've got files and pens and all kinds of knickknacks that would be work related. And so for me, it's the perfect height where I can actually open up the laptop and crank out some productive work while Lindsay can be working on the seated desk. We've also got a ton of storage up here, more than I know what to do with, so we keep camera equipment up here and lots of odds and ends on both sides here. We also have a TV that we don't have the remote for, so we've never turned it on, but it looks fantastic right there, and one day we'll find a remote for it and we'll use it. So as we travel, we do run our YouTube channel, and we have a website, and able to do some consulting on the side for a couple other websites to make a little bit of money on the road. We've also worked, every time we stop in a place and work, we get a little bit of savings, and so that's kind of the way we go. I don't want to say month to month, but we usually get about 6-month windows of are we going to make it? How long will we make it? We live really, I don't want to call it cheap, but we live really smartly, really wise. We do a lot of boondocking because it saves us a lot of money, but it also puts us in really beautiful places. So we've learned to make the best of those experiences so that as we continue to grow our business on the road, as we continue to travel and continue to have opportunities to share with people, we're able to hopefully grow our business to the point where we will be totally self-sustained. And we won't necessarily have to stop and work along the way, but we could choose to work.
You can find us on YouTube under Called to Wander. We also have a blog. It is also at calledtowander.com. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Thanks for taking the time to watch this video and take a tour of our home on wheels. We're excited that you've taken that time. If you would, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, check us out, get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to see you on the road.